You got a raise last year. Your bank account is still waiting for the good news, but somehow you're still broke at the end of every month. The spending creeps up quietly. It starts small and feels like a reward. You worked hard, so you deserve better things. Each upgrade feels justified and reasonable. Your brain tells you this is progress and moving up. Then the raise hits your account, and within weeks, it vanishes. Rent is higher now. Subscriptions you forgot about pull 20 here, 15 there. Your grocery bill doubled. Your lifestyle expanded to consume every extra dollar. You're not saving more, you're spending more to feel the same. The trap is believing more income equals more freedom. Freedom only exists in the gap between earning and spending. You make more and more, but never actually get ahead. You just get comfortable being broke at a high. The good news is, you can reopen that gap. But first, you have to see the trap. Now let's talk about the car payment treadmill. You trade in every few years thinking you're getting a better deal. Your current car works fine, but the salesman shows you something newer, with better gas mileage and safer features. Your old loan gets rolled into the new one. They stretch the loan from 5 years to 7 to make the payment lower. 3 years later, you do it again. Each time you owe more than the car is worth. That's being upside down. You think you're upgrading. Really? You're just renting with extra steps and worse terms. Someone who kept their car has been driving free for years. The cycle never ends because you never let it. You keep chasing lower payments instead. And credit cards have their own version of this endless cycle. The minimum payment illusion. Every month the statement arrives. You owe $3,000, but the minimum is only $60. That feels manageable. Most of that $60 goes straight to interest. Maybe $10 touches your actual balance. At this rate, that $3,000 debt will take over 12 years to pay off. You'll end up paying nearly $6,000 total. Credit card companies design minimum payments specifically to keep you paying forever. They're not helping you manage debt. You think minimum means enough. It actually means endless. The trap works because 60 feels harmless. There are more traps like this. The house that owns you and the whole life insurance scam. But now you see the pattern. The bank runs the numbers and says you qualify for $400,000. That sounds like permission to buy. You buy at the top of your budget. The mortgage fits fairly, and you convince yourself the rest will work out. The mortgage eats half your income. Property taxes come due. Homeowner's insurance is more than expected. The air conditioner dies in July. The roof needs repair. One broken appliance becomes a crisis because there's no room left. You wanted a home. What you got was a beautiful financial prison. The walls are nice, but you can't leave, can't breathe. The bank approved you for the maximum you could pay, not the maximum you should pay. They profit from the biggest loan possible. And there's another trap that looks like responsible adult planning, but quietly transfers your wealth to someone else. The pitch sounds perfect. You get life insurance that never expires. Plus, it builds savings you can borrow against. 2 products in one. A huge chunk of every payment goes to commissions and fees. The agent gets paid first, handsomely. You could have bought term life for 1/10 of the price and invested the difference in a basic index fund, earning 8 to 10%. Over 20 years, that difference becomes hundreds of thousands of dollars. Your whole life policy builds maybe $30,000 in cash value. If you try to access that cash value, you have to borrow against your own money and pay interest. If you die, the company keeps the whole life insurance isn't protection. It's a wealth transfer from you to the insurance company, disguised as financial. There are more everyday traps draining your money without you noticing. Paying for convenience, keeping up appearances, retail therapy, and more. It starts innocently. You're tired after work, so you order dinner instead of cooking. $15 extra just to avoid the stove. Once a week becomes twice, then 3 times. That's over $2,000 a year on fees alone. Then come the subscriptions you barely use. Each small choice feels harmless because harm hides in repetition. You're not buying comfort, you're renting it forever at compound cost. The math is staggering. $5 here, $12 there. By year's end, these invisible conveniences have pulled $4,000 to $6,000 from your income. And then there's the trap of trying to look successful to people who aren't even watching. Keeping up appearances. Your coworker bought a new watch. Your neighbor remodeled their kitchen. Your friend's Instagram shows another trip to Europe. Suddenly, your life feels smaller. Designer handbag to signal taste. Dinner at the expensive restaurant so people see you there. A vacation financed over 12 months. Nobody admits they're not watching. They're too busy financing their own appearance to notice yours. Everyone's faking it. You're paying interest on experiences you didn't enjoy and items you didn't need, all to impress people who forgot about it the next day. And then there's the dangerous belief that nothing bad will ever happen to you. The emergency-free delusion. Every dollar gets assigned before it arrives. The budget balances perfectly as long as nothing unexpected happens. And you convince yourself nothing. The transmission fails. Your tooth cracks and needs a crown. The laptop dies right before a deadline. The dog needs emergency surgery. Suddenly, you need $800, then $1,500, then $3,000. Financial experts say keep 3 to 6 months of expenses saved. Most people have less than $400. That gap is where disaster lives. Living without savings doesn't mean you're optimistic. It means you're one breakdown away from financial collapse every single day. There are more traps. You feel bad, so you buy something. It works for an hour. Then the guilt and debt make you feel worse, so you buy again. The purchase delivers a hit of dopamine. For a moment, you feel better, accomplished, in control. But the feeling fades fast. The debt itself becomes the source of stress you're shopping to escape. Retailers know this pattern. Buy now, feel better now, worry later. The bill arrives long after the dopamine is gone. You think you're treating yourself. Really, you're medicating with merchandise and paying interest on temporary relief. You tell yourself you'll start next year, after the raise, when things settle down. Meanwhile, the most powerful years for building wealth vanish silently. Put away $200 a month, starting at 25, and by 65, you'll have over $500,000. Start at 40 with the same amount, and you'll barely break 200,000. Waiting from 25 to 35 doesn't mean you start 10 years late. It means you lose 30 years of growth on those 10 years of contributions. You think you're waiting for the right time. There is no right time. There's only compounding time, and you're burning it, waiting for perfect conditions that will never arrive. Name brand cereal costs $6. Store brand with the same ingredients costs $3. Designer jeans run $150. Nearly identical denim costs $30. Blind tests prove this over and over. People can't tell store brand from name brand in taste tests. The active ingredients and medications are legally identical. You're not loyal to quality. You're loyal to a story someone sold you about yourself. Generic works the same. It just doesn't make you... It starts when the budget stops working. There's too much month at the end of the money. So instead of cutting expenses, you decide to earn more. The side income covers the overspending, so you never address why you're overspending. The lifestyle that required extra work stays exactly the same. Cutting $500 in expenses gives you $500 every month forever. Earning an extra $500 requires constant work. One solves the problem, the other just powers through.